Hold on, hold on.
We're on.
Okay, we're on. Here we go.
Do we have viewers? We got viewers. HFFL! 0 viewers.
Wait, come on, just one.
Waiting all week for Sunday as the days drag on by. Your players dehydrated at practice in the hot, hot sun. Suddenly Roto alerts you, Fournette is missing time. Look up to Hashem praying that everything will be fine. All your errands have been completed, it's finally that time. 8 hours of commercial-free football, over schnapping all the time. How bizarre. How bizarre, how bizarre. So much still unknown as we head into week 6. GMs like Allo and Mike C with so much they need to fix. Liberals and Matthews is full of 50-50 nuts and ogres. That's our playoff picture, all else on the outside looking in. How bizarre. Ooh, yahoo!
Ooh, yahoo!
You're driving us crazy.
You're driving me crazy.
Every time we hit refresh.
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 Every time we hit refresh. We gain half a point. We gain half a point. And that, my friends, is how we open up week 6 of the HFFL. I tell you, there's tons of energy in the building, in the lair. It's exciting stuff. No headphones, but we are pumped. We are pumped. This week, very, very special guest joins us from the bottom feeders of the league, but he's an explosive personality. None other than GM of Salty Ex-Commissioners, Mike Chira. Mike Chira, welcome to
Okay.
the
Do you hear me okay?
I don't see him.
Oh, shit. Technical difficulties.
Here
What
he
about you? Hear me?
Here he is.
Big time technical difficulties.
Welcome to the show, Mike. Is he ready?
I'm happy to be here.
Great to have you. Great to have you. So when we get right into it here, I don't know what people actually see. Do they see us? Does it pay to talk?
Yeah, talk. They hear you.
I want to congratulate weekly points leader, Dano, 160.5. I tell you, very excited about that. 300, I think, is huge. Trending in the right direction. Takeaway time. And without further ado, let's introduce our first takeaway with our special guest, Mike C.
Okay. Happy to be here, Carters. HFFL is very exciting. The biggest takeaway that I have, I was just, looking at the standings, and although Mike C, Allo, we suck, there is very, very little separation throughout the league. The standings, I feel like 1 through 10, anyone can win, or 1 through 11 even. Me or Allo, we can't. But 1 through 11, anyone could take it any week. Anyone can win any given Sunday, just like the NFL is. The HFFL is just the same. Anyone can win any given week.
I think that's a tremendous takeaway. But let's just dissect that a little further. When you think about it, Allo has 5 losses. Can he still make the playoffs? I'm just asking. Just asking.
Absolutely not. He cannot make the playoffs.
Okay. So,
Yeah,
but
1 through 11.
1 through 10, he said. He said 1
Oh,
through 10. So you're taking yourself out of it, too.
1 through 10. Yeah, I'm done 4 and make the playoffs. But I think if we get the records for teams are spoken liberals not that much better than Trader Irv, who's in 8th place, and Moxie, who's in 9th place, who's in 3rd place. So, anything can really happen 1 through 10, I believe, because I don't think even Suck on is better than almost even, Trader. you know, or even Lil Lindsay's. Okay, then I'll talk about you for a little bit. Relax.
Let me stop you for a second though. Is your connection good, Mike C? Because you're cutting out a lot.
Just move a little closer to a router. Nick.
Yeah, move closer to a router. Possible?
Okay, I'll move closer to a router. Oh my God. Truth is, you know, fantasy's been tough for me this year. Things aren't going great, you know? They're just not going great.
Yeah, what's the mindset going? What's the mindset now going into each and every week that you take at 1-4 here in 11th place out of contention? Why don't we say you're out of contention right now?
If you want to really talk about me and how I'm feeling, I'm in 11th place. I'm out of it. You know, I'm fatter than ever. I'm fatter than ever. My wife's nida.
Terrible.
And Trump just all of a sudden instituted 9,000% tariffs, so I'm also going out of business. How good can I really be, Dan? How good can I be? You know what? There's a silver lining. You know what that is?
What's that?
Allo's in 12th place.
Oh, is it ever? Oh, we're watching him left and right tonight. Left and right.
I know it's a little too early for Allo watch, but that's
too
my
early.
silver lining.
But it's a recurring theme throughout this show. We'll continue to circle back to the 0-5 Allo organization. I've never seen points like this in my whole entire life. I've never seen it, Mike.
You gotta look for the positives. You gotta look for the positives.
Yeah, I hear that. So I think that's a great takeaway in a nutshell. 7 through 10 is really actually when he thinks about it like 1 through 10, like he says it. It's a clusterfuck. You only 2-3 games back, 2 games back max. You know?
Oh, absolutely. Any team can make the play. I even think Allo can make the play. And his team sucks. So no.
Right.
That's the issue.
But Soulcast Commissioner doesn't have such a bad team. You know, maybe if you put together. Listen, Mike C. If you win this week, what do you think? 2-4. What do you think?
Absolutely.
I'm sorry, Mike C.
Yeah.
Mike C.
You can climb back into it. I just don't love my team, and I don't think it stacks up with Fuller's Wet the Beds and Token Liberal. The only clown show that's up there is the Matthewses. A clown.
Which leads into my takeaway.
This guy Matthews, Zeke. You know what? The guy doesn't even use his brain. I challenge Zeke to use a brain cell. Just use a brain cell, Zeke.
That guy. Yeah. And it leads me to my takeaway. My takeaway is that the Matthewses will not make the playoffs. You guys are fading like a fucking brick, like a stone. I tell you that much. Not a good team. Don't know how they do it. It was not making the playoffs. Not making the playoffs. Ogre, takeaway?
I have a very similar takeaway, except it's about the team that I'm facing this week.
Who's that?
The Token Liberals.
Ooh, the Liberals, 5-0.
Oh, there's only one of them. It's one Liberal.
Right.
One Token Liberal.
Right.
They're going to go drop.
Murray's very a part of the organization.
It says liberal.
Right.
They're going to miss the playoffs. They're going to lose. I don't think they're going to win one more game for the rest of the year. Starting with me this week, they go 5-0.
Okay.
I think that team is dropping.
Okay.
Breeze is going downhill. Watch it.
On bye this week too, so you get a very, very, very easy guess.
Well, that's good.
I don't know if I'm going to buy the watching. You're buying Breeze going down. That's like the worst guess. No, Mike C?
I mean, he said something crazy a couple of weeks ago. He said that Brady was going to falter against the Lions, and I looked at this guy. I was like, this guy's so stupid. Who is Ogre? What is he talking about?
But at the same time, you get influenced by the show. You know, who knows? You know, who knows?
Brady was watching the show. It's like he put Ogre on his bulletin board, and he failed.
Right.
So Liberals go 5-0.
So Liberals losing out. Takeaway time. This version of Takeaway Time presented by Barstool Sports is really more like one bold prediction, but they're great takeaways. Great takeaways. Liberal to lose out 5-8. Matthews is to not make the playoffs, currently 3-1-1. And Mike C just shedding a true takeaway on how truly crowded it is in the standings and how it's anybody's game. Everybody's gotta bring it every Sunday. Everybody is so nervous to make a move. I tell you that. I can't even look about. I propose trade and I immediately take it back because I don't want it to even. I get gassed. You know, I can't make a move. Are you going to make a move, Mike C?
Probably not. DK's offering me the worst fucking trades in the world. The guy's like, yeah, I'll take my kicker for Christian McCaffrey. No, thank you, Dave. No, thank you. I'm not interested in stacking someone else's team just because I'm desperate. I don't do that. I'm gonna go down with my ship.
And we appreciate that here at the HFFL. We appreciate that. You can't do that. You can't do that. Because let's be honest, nothing at the end of the day is ever really gonna get vetoed. You know, at the end of the day, the commissioners aren't gonna veto it. So, you know, at the end, you could justify any trade. You're gonna be like, oh, I needed to win now to stay at a 250 seller. I don't want to hear it. No dumping. No dumping.
I better remember to lower the volume on my computer once this is over. You know, you put porn on later on. All of a sudden, too loud. Bad news.
Dude, I've been April O'Neilling all the time. All the time. Nobody liked her, Mike C. And you're the inspiration.
My computer on, and I'm good.
Yeah, perfect. So segue to our Week 5 Challenge Flag winner, OBJ of the Matthews' organization. Didn't help him because I just fucking smacked him down, and yeah, OBJ with a 30.5 there, 8 for 131 and a TD, along with a 57-yard throwing touchdown. He definitely showed up, definitely answered the bell. Isaac challenged him, answered the bell. I tell you, I'm definitely gonna regret it, but my Week 6 Challenge Flag, it goes to the entire Allo organization. This is your Super Bowl. It's you versus me, nemesises, arch rivals. It's time, baby. It's time. I'm ready. I'm not gonna fucking just be chilling, you know, and be like, oh yeah, Allo's got me like he's always got me. I'm taking it to you. Challenge.
The entire Allo.
Entire Allo organization. They scored a 75 last week. They all deserve to be challenged. That's an abomination. An abomination.
It's really an abomination.
An abomination.
Yeah.
Challenge flag.
Patrick Mahomes, what'd you do? First 4 weeks, what'd you do?
Okay.
You're breaking records, you're doing this, you're doing that. You put up 0 passing touchdowns last week.
That's a fun fact. That's a fun fact.
0 passing touchdowns last week. And you're going into New England this week, and now the whole league has video on you. They know what you do. 4 weeks, what'd you do? You're breaking records, you're doing this, that. 0 passing.
That's a fun fact.
And you're going into New England this week, and now the whole league has video on you. They know what you do.
Mike, are you still here?
You're dude. And you're going into New England this week, and now the same thing over and over. Okay, wait. Is it good?
You know, my Alpha name popped up. Technical difficulties. This guy ruins everything.
Oh, that's why.
Yeah. It's Allo watch, you know.
Anyways, you're going into New England. The whole league knows what you're doing.
He's put up a 30, a 44, a 28, a 24, and a 16. Not sure what the gripe is. Not sure where the challenge is at.
The 16. The 0 passing touchdowns.
Right. Okay. Fair. I'm not gonna be. I'm not gonna be the one to. I just wonder if Ishab and Jack Set agree with the challenge. Have they been thinking that this is that he's been snoozing and the reason for their latest slide of 2 losses in a row? You know. But if they could call in, maybe text us, let us know what you think about Ogre's challenge flag. Mike C, bring us home here. Challenge flag.
My challenge is not towards any NFL player or any HFFL manager, even that.
Okay.
My challenge goes to this person is still a very important person in all of the HFFL, especially you, Dano. My challenge goes out to no other than Kata. Kata, your mom, Kata. So, you know, she's been, you know, she used to be a little freaky. You know, she used to be a little freaky. She used to be a big dash. She used to do so many fun things. She was a freak in the sheets. And now, all of a sudden, menopause hit, and it took a turn for the worse. And I challenge Kat to get back to what you do best.
She's tired, Mikey. She lost her house. She's tired. The medicines.
Challenge is out.
Yeah, I hear.
All right, let's stick to football now.
I hear. But Okay, great challenge. Great challenge. Great challenge. Because I also think she lacks, her Friday night dinners are not as strong as they once were, but she's just, she's got family every single second on her. She's got to house me for a weekend. I'm 4 people. Tough, not easy. She's worn down. But okay. New segment. Give me a little diddly for a new segment. You have a new segment?
I like it.
New segment. This is the stock up, stock down report. Stock up, stock down. We'll tell you, if we were betting mid-season, like live odds, this is a stock up, stock down situation. First guy on stock down is Trader Irv. Your stock is down right now. We've been blowing you, but you've lost 3 straight. Very tough. Three losses that were very, very tough. The guy's flashing a ton of leather from a points perspective. Number 2 in the points, 686.5. Really, really wild. Doesn't deserve it, but right now his stock's currently down. You could get great value on him in Vegas right now, and I would put some more money on him because I think if I'm, that Kramer guy, buy this shit. Even though his stock is down, opportunistic type of buy. That's number 1 stock down. Stock up. Little Lindsay's, we've won 2 straight. We've won 2 straight.
Great, yeah.
But I don't know if we're for real yet. A lot of holes. Next, stock down. Almost 50-50, baby. Almost 50-50. Ed Guy, but he's not panicking. I had a little interview with Ed Guy. Just me and him prior to the show. And he said not really prior to the show, but like after the weekend, he told us he's not panicking, and some rigmarole of if he doesn't score 125 points, then he still doesn't panic or some bullshit like that. Panic, baby, because your team's not that good. How about that? Russell, and
he's running into a buzzsaw of Mike C this week.
I cannot wait to dissect that matchup. I have who my difference maker is there. What do you think about the stock down of Ishab, Mike C?
Ishab also a couple of weeks ago, after he started off 3-0, or I don't know, his team was hot. He got points leader. He put up like a 180, and he goes, "I'm not going to be happy until I'm 4-0." You should have been happy at 3-0 because you didn't get to 4-0. You didn't get to 4-1. You didn't get to 4-2. You're 3-2. Your stock's down.
Stock is down.
Right. Stock is down. Be happy. Be happy when you win. I'm not happy yet. Enjoy it. Enjoy it while you're on top because you fell pretty hard, buddy. And you're getting married in a couple of weeks. Stock down.
Stock down. But the biggest jump, I believe, in stock up right now is the Saquon These Nuts organization. Jack Cohen and Kaskisi, really doing it together. And I tell you, won 3 straight. Somebody's teaching another guy how to budget. Kaskisi must be telling Jack Cohen how to budget because 197 fans. I was like, anybody they want in the world. Anybody they want in the world on the planet. But these guys don't spend their cash. It's wild. 662.5, striking distance to points leader. Jumped up to 4. Unbelievable position. A game out of the bye.
Yeah,
stock fucking up. Stock fucking up. How do you feel about that stock up, Mike said?
I don't like it. I don't really like it so much. I don't like it. I just don't like it. DK's too happy. He's excited. I like it better when he's down. MLC, Misery Loves Company. I don't think his stock is really up. I think he's getting lucky and he's going to fall on his face.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't like his team. Olga, what do you think?
I think his running backs are amazing, and his Jared Goff could really carry his team.
Jared Goff is MVP of the season so far, of the NFL season. Talk about football for a second. He's my MVP right now.
And not even talk about football. Talk about football and fantasy. The guy's really putting up the numbers. He
needs a lot of help at wide receiver. I don't think those are going to get done.
Why, Cooks and Cuppy Poe? And Robert Woods? He has Brandon Cooks. Who's not
talking about Saquon.
His wide receivers. Yeah. Evans, Gordon, Baldwin. Who do you unload Baldwin for? Who could you get for him right now?
Impossible.
I don't know. The guy's been good for 4 or 5 years. The guy puts up top 10 numbers. He's good. I'll take it.
He's too injured. I'm not interested in an injured guy. And I had him last year. He wasn't really that great.
Yeah. Well, you want Keenan Allen? This guy sucks.
I love Keenan Allen, and I love to try to execute a deal over the air, but I can't give anybody. That's the problem. I can't pay to get him. It's trouble. It's trouble.
Go to your team. Let's make a deal right now.
What?
Go to your team. Let's make a deal right now. I'll take James White.
I hear you. I hear you. I just think it's time for everybody's favorite segment, baby. It's impossible not to see the guy. It's impossible not to see the guy. Allo. I tell you, coming off his birthday Sunday, is 75. A 75. He's 0-5. And it's avoiding us. It's impossible not to see the guy. Avoiding us.
Oh, boy.
Here he is.
Oh.
Here he is. Birthday Sunday is 75. A 75. He's 0-5.
You hear me okay?
You're up. I'm going to turn off.
Yeah.
There you go. Nope.
Guys, why do you throw me out? Throw me out. Go ahead. Do your thing.
Love you.
Go ahead. Throw me out.
You hear me okay?
Absolutely brutal.
It's tough.
How do I get this working? You hear me?
Guys, why do you throw
Hear
me out?
ourselves more. You got to turn.
Throw my seat out. Throw my seat out.
You hear me okay?
He's out. He left.
Okay.
How do I get this working? You hear me?
More. You got to turn.
Throw my seat out. Harold, it's the worst Allo watching the season. It's me and him.
And he's there.
He's there. And we're watching him, and it's here, and it's money, it's a ratings bonanza.
Can you hear me?
More. You got to turn.
All right, I'll go out and come back.
Okay.
Wow.
What's happening wrong?
He's playing us at home, so we hear us from his mic. I think that's what's happening.
Right, so what does he have to do?
Turn us off. Wherever he's playing us, yeah, turn us
All
off.
right, how about now?
Test?
Test, you hear me?
I hear you gorgeous.
Okay,
Oh.
I think I had to turn off. I had it playing in another browser, in another window. That's the thing.
Yes, I've been texting you that. Have you been by your phone?
Yeah, I didn't. I just saw it. Okay, thank you.
No, I didn't. Oh, good to see you, Allo.
Good to be here. I didn't think I'd make it on with this kind of record, but Jack nicely reminded us about the 4 championships, and I think it's kind of cute what we're doing with this. It's clearly not my year. It's pathetic. It's not a good year for Allo, and but it's still really exciting to be in. These podcasts are great. Loving the late night pod. I think it's a really nice change of pace.
That's how it's going to be. The holidays really killed us. The holidays hurt us. A Friday 5 p.m. podcast, tough. There's kids. It's not easy.
How much of Janet can I see? Let's keep it going.
What do you got?
So I just have a couple takeaways from the league. So just on Isaac, he said he's clearly he's just the king of I told you so. Me and Jakey know it, and I think the other league is learning it now. You gotta love him just saying, you should have done this, you should have done that. It's nice to see him the prediction that you guys just made. And I don't think he's gonna win it.
Great first takeaway. Blow us away there, Allo.
Yeah, my next one is I'm there, Ogre and Jakey. I'm ready for the flex. This is ridiculous. We need some more action in the league. I'm finally there.
Finally, thank you. I think Irvington also. I think next year we'll implement it.
Something about this year. There's not enough.
Just explain for the layman out there. What does that mean? We're just adding We're adding a position.
Adding a slot. Yeah. We have 2 QBs. Everyone's starting 2 QBs, so now you have another flex. Right now, everyone knows their running backs, knows their receivers. There's very little to do. If you have a bad team, you have a bad team. I don't know.
No, but if anything, hear you. So if we had this flex, we'd have no question. I'd be starting James White, Philip Lindsay, and Todd Gurley.
Right.
But because I don't have that flex, I have to choose between White and Lindsay. So I understand. On the contrary, Allo, it's to give a guy no decision to make it easy for you. You add the flex. This you got to make the right decision. No, am I off?
I hear that. I don't know something about this. Yeah, maybe just because my team's shit. But let's see.
No, I hear you on the latitude you have to make your team better. That point, I hear you on.
It's just more fun. There'll be a lot more trading because you have to fill up another spot. You want to have another superstar in that flex spot. Yeah. Right now, we're starting 24 running backs, 12 teams, 2 running backs each. 24 running backs. It's 30 teams in the NFL or whatever.
Right. And all RBBCs, running back by committee. So there's more valuable running backs than we are playing right now.
Of course.
Well, why? But and you'll never. Okay, I hear that. I
mean, look at everybody's team. Look at almost 50-50. He would start Diggs in that super flex.
Right, that's what I'm trying to say. So almost 50-50 wouldn't have a decision. He would be able to start all his players. Instead, you make him pick in that WR3 and making him make an excruciatingly difficult decision as to who to start in that place. Is he gonna do Juju Smith-Schuster, Stephon Diggs, Calvin Ridley, and bench Emmanuel, or is he gonna, who doesn't get it? You add that flex spot. So we just have to vote for it for the right reasons. If you're outweighing, and Allo's, I think, outweighing the fact that there's another position player out there that you need to be able to, you can move and shake here now. He could pick up a guy on a wire and start him. Now Allo can't pick anybody up on the wire and start him. It's the lineup is set. Is that what you're saying, big guy?
Yeah, basically lineup set. It's shit lineup, but it's set. Like there's not much more to swap out.
Right.
My next takeaway is a big one. I'm a firm. I think every year is very unpredictable. The HFFL. Anybody could win. You don't know. It's all luck. Except in the years, like last year, everybody knew I had a great team from the beginning. Wire to wire, I won it. The teams that are shit, they go wire to wire and they're shit. There's usually that happens here and there. I got to tell you, I think this year everybody is playing for second place. I don't see how Dano doesn't win this with the team that he has. He has my team from last year, but better. Instead, he has Gurley, and he has a 4th stud. And to your earlier point that you have holes, you can have holes to win. You have 4 studs. It's a guaranteed 100 every week. I think everyone else is just playing for that runner-up. Unless there's a massive injury, how do you lose? You have 100. Before you do anything, you have 100. How do you not have 100 from Ben, Brown, Thielen?
Listen to me. Right now, I'm ladling your takeaway, right? But you could just fast forward to Allo rising to the occasion in the Super Bowl, beating me, and then, you're opening yourself up to the worst Allo watch ratings bonanza week 7,
How is this even a matchup this week? Are you look at the matchup?
Dude, I think the difference maker is the Thielen guys. Thielen's crazy. That was my one original pick. Everything else was copied.
The Thielen and the Gurley. Gurley is the number 1 running back. Yeah, I don't know why you're shitting on Ben. The guy, look at his numbers. Look at Ben's numbers.
Yeah, he's good. He's good.
You're talking a lot about trading Brown for what? You have 4 guys that are guaranteed 25 each. I think there's some good teams out there. Who's going to make the playoffs. Jakey's going to make the playoffs. DK is going to make the playoffs. But barring an injury to one of the Steelers, which could knock both of them down.
This guy Nas is everywhere.
Daniel, do yourself a favor. Get on Twitter.
Yeah.
At Antonio Brown, Todd Gurley, Ben Roethlisberger. Say, watch out for your ACLs.
I know.
Say, guys, put on some knee braces for the next month.
Imagine it happens. It's going to happen, right?
I can't believe what's happening here on the Allo Watch. This is my segment, not your segment, Allo, and you're commandeering the segment. You're really a pro. You're really a professional. You're a fucking professional. You know that?
Thank you. And you mentioned a lot. I won 3 times, but so it's been 4.
It's 4. Yes.
VH. All right.
Listen, Allo, I just wanted to key in on something that you were saying. you think on you know who the playoff teams are is almost 50-50 a playoff team. I have them in my stock down report. They're in my stock down report. Talk to me about almost.
Yeah, I don't even know the team inside and out, but it's Ishab. I think he's going to be in the hunt to the end. The guy's he knows his stuff, but you know you think something fishy is going to happen. He's going to make a bad move. He's going to overthink himself. You know that's going to come on a key matchup, and you know I don't see him in it at the end.
I hear that. I really, really do hear that. Talk to me about how you're feeling coming into this week. Do you think what's your attitude like? Is this the Super Bowl for you?
It's coming off a 75 and a lucky 75. It wasn't easy to get that 75. I got it in garbage time. I mean, I don't know. It's just one. There's no touchdowns. There's no alerts on your phone. Like you go to check notifications. It's one of those years. You know, and you're buzzing left and right. You're nonstop. Yeah, I know. You just touchdown, double points.
It's crazy. It's crazy. The past 2 weeks have been crazy. I lost the first 3 weeks. You know.
Yeah, but you got outscored by you still scored points.
Yeah, scored some points. I mean, I had 2 rough weeks where I didn't score points, 110 and 119, but the other 3, 140 and above.
Right now, you're thinking you're winning this league, no?
I just think right now my mindset is wow, you actually do have a really good team, and your strategy of blowing your load on those 2 players that you told yourself before you were going to do possibly could work for you. Yes.
So you load on 2 top guys. Your quarterback's very serviceable and gives you double points, and then you got your Thielen. That was my Kareem Hunt last year, and then you rounded it out. You got some special teams, and so what? Your tight end shit. You know, it doesn't matter. You make up for it with a 60 from your Steelers.
Exactly. Every time I say, oh, I got to get Trey Burton from Ogre, I'm like, nah, I got to keep my depth and fucking not worry about Vance McDonald giving me a half. It's fine. It's fine at the end of the day, It'll probably kill me this week, Jordan Reed's going to go off or some shit like that, And by the way, don't think we didn't see. We're watching you, the fucking Boswell pickup so that, when Ben stalls, you're calling in favors left and right this week, man. You got me.
That's my only shot. If they stall and I get some kicks, but this guy Boswell, you look at his points. He missed a kick every single week.
He's 3 for 6. They signed him to a 4-year extension. It's the only reation why they're not pushing him.
Oh my God.
It's crazy. It's great. Hey, some good tidbits here on the show tonight.
You're nervous about injury. That's if your team stays like that, you need the playoffs tomorrow. You need this thing to just end.
Wow, I really do. I really know, but I got to get into the playoffs first.
What team are you scared of out there in the HFFL?
Great question. I think Saquon these nuts for sure, and Fuller wets the bed for sure.
Yeah.
Both of those. Those guys are 1,000% contenders right now. I think Token Liberal definitely stock down. I mean, he didn't make the stock down report because it's purely by wins, but he's like minus 120. The guy's got serious issues, and his barn was fucking rattled on the chat heavy. You saw his barn being rattled by Jakey? Woo!
Yeah, wow, Jakey had his number.
Yeah. Isaac was not happy, and the whole Kamara's losing value now. Also, it's huge. This Ingram thing. You fell into Mark Ingram again.
I fucking love him. Picked him up last year because DK dropped him. He gave me 30 every single week. It was unbelievable.
They really feed that guy, no? They really feed him.
Ogre's going to be in at the end, too. If you look back at the history, Ogre's like in 2nd or 3rd place every single year. It's crazy.
2nd place for the last 2 years and 2nd place in the playoff guys. I know. It's right.
No, 1st place. This guy fucked me. And you know who's never usually there? Me. People think I'm there, but I'm never there.
No, I'm never there. You're 6th or 7th every year. You're not at that bottom. The same people at the bottom every year. Mike sees at the bottom every year.
Yeah, Mike sees
every single year. It's crazy. It's the same guys. Nay is surprising this year.
Yeah, Nate. I would love to know what your take is on Nate's team. It's like he could be sneaky good. The guys.
Present yourself. That was great.
Yeah, reveal yourself. Gotta reveal yourself. Let's go into the week 6 matchup preview. Let's go into the week 6 matchup. Allo, I want to tell you that we love your insight. Any other takeaways you got?
No, I think I'm good. I think I'm gonna let you guys take it away on the matchups. I think the podcast has been great. What do we got coming up? We got matchups and
we got matchups, and then we're gonna put a bow on it because I don't really want to analyze the waiver wire. But you want to analyze the waiver wire quickly?
Yeah, real quick.
Yeah, let's do it real quick. Alice,
the waiver wire is no action, no one to spend your money on. It's been quiet.
Join us though for the waiver, because I think almost 50-50. I tell you, I'm picking on Ed Guy this whole entire show, and it's probably not. It's not really warranted. Ed Guy, I love you. I just can't believe you're keeping a stiff upper lip about the two losses straight. I think you should be panicking. You got to panic at 1:15 when you're not putting up a point. You know, you got to panic always. Always panic. That's the HFFL. My motto. Always be panicking. So yeah. So what about the 66? I think he spent 66 on Chris Carson.
Yeah, I had to drop him.
What do you think about that, Chris? The Chris Carson, is he a winner or a loser for that?
Yeah, I don't know. I got to tell you, I don't know. But I'm just looking at the matchup now.
We're doing waiver pickups.
You like Crowell at $9? I like the Crow. I like Fuller Wet to the Bed again there, and I like the Robbie Anderson pickup. I was gonna do $8 for him, but I just said nobody that I could really drop. Chris Boswell.
I think Jake even had a great. I think Jake and AB are just really meshing and gelling together very well. They feed off of each other and they're making the right pickups. I like their team also.
Yeah, and I think Moxie also. You know, they got a rough loss because their guy didn't show up. Michael Thomas didn't show up. We challenged him. He didn't show up this week for him. They tough loss to Nate Peterman, but the Kiki Kuti pickup, I like that too. You know,
yeah, sure.
I think he's like Will Fuller-esque. Randall Cobb by Nate Peterman. It's emotional. That's emotional. I think that's a loser pickup. And Alfred Morris Liberal at $23. I think that's a good pickup. I think that's a good pickup. I tell you.
Yeah, I agree.
Props again. We're snoozing though, Allo. We're snoozing. What happened to Alfred Morris?
I got one Alfred already. I didn't. I like the idea of live trades on the show. Then, like when you're trying to sell AB, go around the league.
Yeah.
I think that could be good.
But I'm the guy. I'm the boy who cried wolf. I'm trying to motivate him. You know.
Yeah, you got fair offers.
I got one really good offer, Irving. Other than that, I didn't get any good offers.
My whole team's available. Obviously, I got Julio and no touchdown Julio and DJ, and I'm open.
Who do you want?
I got tight ends. I got 2 serviceable tight ends.
You do. You really do.
He was just saying you don't need tight ends.
Right. No, I'm not going for the bait, but I hear that.
I think the best pickup of the day though was Wendell Smallwood for free. I think that's a steal. With the Jael, he'll have a huge role. And he didn't pay shit for him, so it's pretty amazing.
Another really smart call. That Wendell Smallwood pickup.
Steal.
Ajayi with the ACL injury, you know. But isn't he going with Clement? So it's not like I'm saying. Yeah. I think Clement's the guy to get there. I applaud that one. I think it was $33.
I think the Smallwood.
And I think $36. And Mike C sold the Commish. I tell you, if Mike C beats Ed Guy this week, his stock's gonna go up. His stock's up, man. You know, 2 wins in a row. Yeah. Allo, do you think your team can make the playoffs?
No, I'm 0-5.
I know. You think you're for sure getting the last place or no?
I'm 0-5 and not even like losing bad with a lot of points. I'm 0-5 with a shit team. No, it's not my year. I think last place I'm gonna be in the running with maybe with Nay and another guy or two, but. Right now, I'm definitely on track for last place.
Yeah.
Last place sucks.
Well, I tell you, it's been fun, the Allo Watch. We love watching you, dude. You're a great, just great entertainment all around.
It's a fun time.
Not a sore loser at all with this, you know. So
good sport.
Very gracious, very good sport here. And yes, Mechila, 4 championships. But fuck you for your takeaway because that was crazy. And
great. And I just want to say that getting you guys as commissioners really transformed the whole league. You don't want it, but I think you're liking it.
We're having the best time. We're living. It's been a special ride.
How many bowls of smoke in this lair before or after?
We don't do anything without smoking. It's the funniest gas, you know.
All right. Have a good rest of the show. I'll talk to you later.
Thank you, Allo. Take care. Alfred Sutton of the 0-5 Allo organization. I tell you, terrible team, but definitely some great takeaways and insight. I'm flattered that he thinks Lil Lindsay's on the team to beat, but fun fact, I'm not in the playoffs. I'm on the outside looking in. as per the song. Quickly before we get into the matchups,
what do you got?
Little shame.
Shame.
Quincy Enunwa. Quincy Enunwa was started by the Moxie organization, and he benched Demarius Thomas, gave him a 21.5, and Quincy Enunwa gave a goose egg, a 0. So for that shame, I think I really wouldn't. I really just would have rolled with DT. I think this is an overthink situation.
Yeah.
Shame for overthinking. Whenever you overthink, shame, and more shame. So the Quincy Enunwa was very tough.
Got a big blank spot here. That's weird.
Yeah, very tough. Was he hurt? I don't know. I looked at it and they didn't say anything about being hurt. So
you got 5 targets.
5 targets. 5 targets. They really looked to shut Quincy down there, you know. But they won in a runaway fashion. So we close the book on week 5, and we look at the picture for week 6. Games starting tomorrow night. Very exciting.
And into the matchups. Weekly matchups.
How? We'll start with Ogres and Token Liberal.
I think I'm going to crush him. I really think I'm just going to destroy.
You're not even allowed to be in on this.
I'm in.
Yeah,
I'm in. This is my team. I'm in.
I love it.
My quarterbacks are better. My receivers are better. My running backs are better. My tight end is better. You're going down.
I think Ogre takes it as well. And I think the difference is TJ Yeldon. The difference there is TJ Yeldon. I think with the news that Fournette is out for the foreseeable future till at least week 10, I think he's the bell cow there. They're looking at Jamal Charles as a change of pace guy. Yeldon. I think you ran into an RB1 right now. You fell into an RB1 for the next 4 weeks. So huge. I think Isaac takes a step back and just this week at least, and you win it to the Yeldon.
Thank you.
Moving on, Fuller. I don't want to do this yet because that's game of the week. Let's go to Allo versus me.
Yeah, this isn't worth talking about.
Okay. Also, we've spoken about it so much, so no need to speak about it anymore. Almost 50-50 and Salty X Commish. I tell you, this is a matchup that's exciting. It's very, very exciting. I think there's a lot of emotion in it. Yeah. I think these two are the 2 best friends that anybody could ever had. They're sailing off into the sunset forever together. Their wives love each other. It's just a fucking love fest. But I think they're gonna not love each other so much this go around. I think that Mike C wins. I think Mike C wins, and I think Kirk Cousins is the reason. I think Kirk Cousins is the reason for that. I think, and even Keenan Allen. I think Keenan Allen shows and scores and puts up a big game at Cleveland.
I think Zeke's going to dud. I think Calvin Ridley is actually going to go wild.
Wow.
Wild. I think he's going to be one of the only guys on his team that put up double digits.
Zeke's going to dud, but did KC's running back, was not Kenny Andre? Yeah, smoke. Kareem Hunt. But was Kareem Hunt stopped against Jacksonville this week?
No, he had a touchdown.
Right. So maybe Zeke could. I don't know. He's at home in that matchup, but I hear you. Okay. And Patty Mahomes also at New England prime time.
There's a crazy stat about young QBs in Foxborough. I forgot what it was.
But I do like Salty X Commish here to get their 2nd straight and to hand almost 50 their 3rd straight loss. Panic time, trade away, make a move. It's going to be crazy. I think he's dropped the ball a bit, Ed Guy, due to all the wedding hoopla. I think there's a lot to be taken care of, and for that reason, I think Mike C's going to take it. Moving on to Matthews's and Moxie. What do you think here, Ogre?
I think Matthews takes this, believe it or not. Again, I think Matt Ryan is going to go wild against Tampa Bay because Tampa Bay defense is really bad. Mm-hmm. And Cam will have a good day. And that's really all he needs. If he gets those 2 guys going,
I like his I like his matchups this week. You know, I really do. As to what you were saying, I love Matt Ryan home to Tampa Bay. I like Newton against a very gashable Redskins, but they're a different team at home. Love OBJ Thursday night. I do like Kareem Hunt a lot. Prime time. Shifting over to Moxie, I think I love Tom Brady. I definitely the receiving core I don't really love, and I don't like AP. I like Joe Mixon, and I don't love anybody else really. I tell you, I give it to Matthews's. I give it to Matthews's. Matthews is moving to 4-1-1, and Moxie going to 2-4. Crazy. After I shat on him like crazy, he's gonna get another win. But I don't think his team's good. I don't think he should make. I don't think he makes the playoffs eventually when he starts. I want to see who he's played. Could we pull up their schedule?
Yeah, I'm sure there's a way to do it. Go to the league. Schedule.
Okay, so he tied with Jakey at 86s, which was crazy. They both won, so they both won that week. He's 1-0. Ogres, he won by 2.5.
Yeah, that was the stat.
Nate Peterman, he put up serious numbers and smoked him. Played an Allo organization, so he played bottom playing Nay and Allo, okay, and then played me.
Oh shit!
So he got 2 free wins there, you know, when you think about it. So I think the toughest part of his schedule is yet to come. He's got Trader Irv, Liberal, Saquon these nuts, Salty X Commish, almost 50-50, Fullowet's the bet, and then Ogre again. So I think he's got a lot of playoff teams on the horizon. He can definitely run out losing the table, I think. Running the table on losing there. So I definitely give it to Matthews' this week, but their fall is imminent. I think did we do Nate Peterman and Trader Irv?
No.
I always skip Trader Irv. It's crazy.
They're both 2-3.
Both 2-3, both desperate for a win. 8 and 10, the 8 and the 10 positions. I love Zach Ertz Thursday night. I really, really do. One of only 3 tight ends worth owning. Him, Kelsey, and Gronk.
Kittle, yeah.
And Kittle. You know, maybe Gronk falls out of the 3. You know, crazy. No, but no, definitely Gronk very worth it.
Yeah, as long as he's healthy, he'll be good.
Dalton Rivers. I like Wentz against the Giants. Hopkins. I give it to Trader Irv. I really give it to Trader Irv. I think that his running backs are a definite question mark and a definite problem, I believe, because Dalvini has been terrible. But Freeman, let's see what he has to do. And I don't
be out.
Right. He's not playing.
Crazy.
They just announced that actually, which is crazy. Who's his depth here?
Eckler.
I like Austin Eckler. I love Austin Eckler.
He gets like 4 touches a game, and they're all touchdowns.
He doesn't score under a 10. It's crazy. The guy he could scamper. I like Irving in this matchup, and I think the difference is his receiving core. I think Green, Kupp, Allison are going to definitely come to play, and I think Robert Woods slows down this week. I really do.
Yeah, I think it's also because of his quarterbacks. Rivers and Dalton are much better than maybe
Luck
not.
and Wentz.
Maybe not.
No, you could you could have that. I was breaking it down, and I'm like, I don't know from just a matchup standpoint because I think Wentz goes off against the Giants in that spot. You know.
Yeah.
So I think he's capable. I think the Eagles are desperate, and then Luck's not going to gash the Jets though. Luck's not going to gash the Jets. So I do think Trader Irv does have the edge at quarterback there. Also, the running backs offset each other just because they all suck.
Fun fact, they're both playing in East Rutherford, New Jersey.
That is a fun fact. Different nights, Thursday, Sunday. That's a fun fact. Very fun fact. We give you all the fun facts here. But I want to go to the matchup. I want to go to our game of the week. I want to close on our game of the week, take us home, Fullowet's the bed, and Saquon these nuts. You are the game of the week. And I tell you, deservedly so. Both managers. First of all, Saquon these nuts are on a stock up, heavy up list. Fullowet's the bet in second place, 3-1-1. Nothing but talent. Should be a high-scoring affair. When you really think about it,
I think I think we should really analyze this one since it's the matchup of the week.
Yeah.
Let's go in depth.
I agree.
I agree. If you're in the matchup of the week, you get the
you get a little added.
For sure.
Deshaunee Pooh and Jameis at Atlanta should be lighting it up. Goff and Derek Carr. I tell you. I give it to Fuller. What's the bet here? Even though I think the best performer out of the 4 will be Jared Goff. I just think the drop off. You can't trust Derek Carr.
No.
At the end of the day, I think if anything, there's a flex sort of kind of issue, but there's a flex issue on my team too. Trubisky. I don't know why everybody's saying Derek Carr is better than a Mitchell Trubisky. Better than a Mitchell Trubisky,
No.
I think so. I think he puts up better numbers. I think the strength here for Kaskisi, it's one on the ground. It's what a treat it is to have Saquon Barkley and James Conner. Unbelievable. And the luxury of having Sony Michel on your bench. No, but it's a luxury. He's got depth. He doesn't have to worry as much about an injury. I know injuries suck, EKT, but he has the depth.
Right.
He has the depth. Now, what Allo's trying to bring out is, in one of his points, is if it's ready for a super flex, right, then DK gets the ability to just start Michel. There's no decision anymore. I do not want to vote for another spot. You don't need another spot.
He had the skill to have
200
Michel. Why can't he get the points for it? He had the know-it-all to have Michel. He's gonna watch him on his bench. Get some points out of it. He's gonna watch. It's like crazy.
I hear that point.
Plus, the trading is gonna be a lot more.
I don't think this league will ever trade. The stakes are so high, and the emotion is so real.
No, we got trades.
Yeah, I guess. I make a trade every year.
Yeah, everybody makes a trade. I think.
Yeah,
there's always trades.
Yeah. I hear you. So QB, we give a check mark to Deshaun and Jameis. Fuller wets the bed.
Right.
Receiver, Evans, Gordon, Baldwin, and Cooks, Fuller, A-Rob.
This is really close.
So close.
This is really, really
so close because I love Mike Evans. I think he wins in the best receiver out of the bunch.
Yeah.
He really does, and I think Josh Gordon should not be projected 7.48. The guy's gonna at least get a 12. He makes big plays.
Yeah.
I like DK's receiving core here, and shame because I thought he had the worst fucking receiving core last week, but that's because I dropped the ball not knowing that he had Mike Evans. It was on his bench. I was a bus with no brakes. I was moving too fast. It was very, very tough for me there. So I do like the Evans, Gordon, Baldwin over Cooksey, who's past concussion protocol, but who knows what he's going to be. Fuller and A-Rob. Fuller maybe still deemed up. Both questionable.
Yeah, I agree with you. I definitely agree with you. I think Evans, Gordon, Baldwin. Who knows what Baldwin he could do good. Who the fuck knows?
Yeah, who the fuck knows? No, legit. I think he's got guys that are names for sure.
Right.
So he could definitely come in every week with so receiver's my boom or bust position. But he's got consistency at a quarterback. For the most part, flex because Carr does put out points at the end of the day. Even if it's in garbage time, he's down 30-3. He orchestrates 2 fourth quarter, 6 minute, no defense drives, and the guy fucking puts it up. Look at his numbers, Ogre. Look at his numbers.
Sorry. It's horrible.
5, 14, 15, 35, 11.
Horrible. Who wants that from the quarterback?
Flex though, honey. It's not his QB1.
Right.
It's his flex.
Right.
I'm okay living with a 14. I think 14 of a flex is the rock bottom you could accept from a flex. 14. He scored that 3 out of 5 weeks and gave him 135. One game where he gave him a 35. That's not bad.
Yeah.
That's not bad. But I don't want to convince you otherwise. You have your convictions, and I love it. I respect it.
No, he's a 10 to 15 points and a possible boom guy, but I don't want that for my QB.
Right.
My second QB.
Right. Anyway, we give the edge to Kaskisi here. So quarterback and flex, we get quarterbacks we gave to Jakey, and receiver we gave to Kaskisi. I don't think it's a question here at running back. I just think for the RB2 alone, the hide against James Conner, I think James Conner really takes it here. And I think Saquon even takes Melvin also. Huge Thursday night for Keskisi here. Needs to come out strong. Needs to come out, I think, with nothing less, in my opinion, because, again, you're the game of the week. Very high octane matchup. You need to score points. I think you're not happy with anything under a 22 from Saquon Barkley on Thursday night.
Yeah, he needs a big lead in this matchup.
Tight end. So running back we give to him, and then tight end. Let's not even talk about it's Kelsey.
Kelsey easily.
And then special teams I do give to Keskisi.
Keskisi.
I personally, in this matchup, I think it's a very high scoring matchup. I think the winner of this gets points leader. The loser just gets snake bitten and said I could have beat other 8 teams in the league. But a loss to these organizations doesn't bring their stock down at all. I think it brings Keskisi to 500 and Jakey to 3-2-1. Might as well be 4-2 there in that situation. I pick by a nose Saquon these nuts this week.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with you. I think his running backs really help him out a lot.
I hear that. Well, I tell you, this week we had it all. This week,
what a week!
What a week we had!
What a podcast!
We had 2 tremendous guests. Thank you, Mike C. Thank you, Allo, for revealing yourself. Mike C. You really took the cake in the beginning. Just no holds barred, no filter. Thank you, everybody, for your services there. Unbelievable. Love the participation. Enjoy week 6. Everybody try to get W's, and we'll see you week 7 on the HFFL.
No ties.
No fucking ties. HFFL!
Wow, that's great. Bye.